What is up, nerds? Welcome back to episode... Is it 18? Is it 18 or 19?
I think it's 19, but as you were saying it, I was like, oh shit, I don't remember it.
We're on an episode. It could be 19. I think it's 19. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's 19.
Because I feel like the last one was 18.
Yeah.
But if this
That's
is
how
episode
counting
18, whoops. Welcome back, guys. We are here. I'm excited to be here. I've been working so much this week and last week. I feel like I haven't hardly played any pickleball or thought about pickleball other than a tournament that I played on Sunday. So, Justin, what you been up to, bro? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Maybe the opposite for me. I mean, I've been working a lot, but I've been playing a lot. Like I was just telling you that I specifically played with one paddle for 10 hours in the last 4 days. So
must be nice.
Yeah,
I did play an excessive
we'll call
amount
that
of
work
pickleball on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah,
So.
that's true.
Yeah, dude,
I played
you told
so
me,
much on Sunday.
You told me your tournament, you played 12 games in one tournament?
Yeah, so I don't want to get too into the weeds in the tournament itself, but
Okay.
because what I'm doing is I'm officially starting the pursuit to 4.0 gold. Get it? Pursuit.
Oh, wow.
You saw
So
that?
clever.
Yeah. Very, very cheesy. I probably should just do road to 4.0 gold. But anyway, finally, officially going to start that series. I had just been super busy and didn't have time to like really start it. And then now that I've played that tournament, it's it's time. We got some content. I need to film just like a little bit of a drill session, and then I'm good to go. Gotta do some voiceover. But anyway, yes. To answer your question, I played 12 games in a tournament. That's
a lot.
Ridiculous. And it wasn't because we were doing so well and just going through the knockout rounds and all this. That's just what it was. Everybody played. There were 7 teams, and you played each team 2 games, and then whoever had the best record won. Whoever had the second best, third best, and then anybody who was not. No one talked about you. But anyway, played with the ESQ-C. We'll talk about that later. And yeah, man. So that is the only pickleball I've played since the last podcast, I think. No, I think I played one. I did play a little bit with Michaela, actually, our
cool.
MILP tournament
Getting
partner.
some team practice.
Yeah.
So how did the tournament go? Come on, you're burying the lead here. Did you go 0-12 or what?
No, I did not go 0-12.
Well,
so it was a 4.0 tournament. I think that what's funny is I actually played against a subscriber, Gino. If you're watching this, Gino, I had a great time playing with you. Let him even play a game with my ESQ-C. And he said he bought one from our recommendation. Yeah, so...
Not your. I haven't got to play with it.
Yeah, my recommendation, but yeah. It was very fun. Some people get weirded out by that, but it doesn't really bother me. I think it's cool.
Well, you're just so popular.
No, but I mean, someone's like, oh, I watch your YouTube. You'll get really nervous, and you're like, oh, I have to do good. Not me. I just know I suck. It's gonna be fine. If I play shit, I play like shit. Yeah,
I think it was very strategic of us to make it part of our brand.
Yeah,
to be
we
bad
suck,
players.
and we're proud of it. Yeah,
yeah,
we're fake 4Os.
So now, yeah.
But anyway, so tournament recap. There were some good things and some bad things. It was very, very, very windy. That was one of the worst parts of the tournament. But everybody had to deal with the wind, so not a huge thing, but it just sucks that totally changes pickleball. I don't care what anybody says. Wind completely changes how you play the game. So that sucked. But played the 12 games. We went 6-6, and a couple of those games there's no reason why we should have lost them. It happens though, not a big deal. We played some very solid teams. Everybody was really good. Jack and Rocks won, and Jack is, you saw him whenever we were playing at Stacks, but he's a really solid player. Rocks is really, really good. And then there was a couple of older teams who just, played them plenty of times, even though they're just like a little bit older, and they may not be as athletic and, mobile as me and my partner. They are just very good technical players, and it's just hard to beat those people sometimes, especially when they make good decisions over and over and over again. That's pretty much the recipe to win 4-0. But I'll get into it. I'll dive into it real deep in the, I guess, should I call it Pursuit to 4-0 Gold, or should I call it Road to 4-0 Gold?
I don't know. There's something to be said for, incorporating your brand.
Let me know in the
there's
comment
also
section
something
below.
to be said. Yeah.
Yeah. Pursuit to 4-0 Gold or Road to 4-0 Gold. We'll see.
It might be like the pursuit of 4-0 Gold.
The pursuit of 4-0 Gold. Well, I'll think about it. I'll put some more thought into it. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think? So you played a bunch, obviously. You played a significant amount of pickleball.
Yes. Yeah. No tournaments though. We'll just chalk it up to tournament prep. No,
yeah.
And just getting some paddle thoughts and feedback together. So
how are you feeling, man? You feeling ready? Feeling good?
Dude, my
you're
knees.
Gonna blow it for us? Your knees?
My knees.
We're old, bro.
I just got old like last week because I've never had any issues. But no, what actually happened? This is legit, no joke. I got some new shoes, and I was excited. I've been actually wanting some new shoes for a while, and I guess they honestly aren't a good fit for me because played in them for 3 days in a row and just had a lot of joint soreness. So
drop the bad review. What's the name of the shoes? What you get?
Oh well, I wasn't trying to do that. And I'm sure they're good, but it was the New Balance 796, the new ones, which the 796 have been like the budget kings, and everybody loves them and all this stuff. I've never had them, but yeah, man, I don't know. They were comfortable, they fit good and everything, but it's just after playing, I was having my joints were so sore and I had a little arch pain. So yeah, it's back to Asics for me. I keep trying other shoes. I just keep coming back to Asics. We talked about this a long time ago. I was like, man, I'm a big shoe nerd too. I was actually a huge shoe nerd before pickleball because I played a lot of basketball for years and I was really into basketball shoes. I was talking about doing a segment on shoes, but I think Foot Doctor Zach's got it covered. So, but anyway, for me, dude, I just always end up coming back to Asics, and those are the ones that they last a long time, and I just don't have any pain or anything. So back to my Asics. I just ordered a new pair today. So,
just stick with what works. I should take that advice. I just bought some basketball shoes to play in, but they're a pair of shoes from Way of Wade, All City 11 V2s. They're supposed to be relatively comparable in terms of durability of the outsole as your typical court shoe. So I figured I'd bite the bullet, try some shoes that I'm actually interested in. If I like them, great. If not, it's okay. I have some shoes that I really like the look of, and I'll play with them and wear them out, and that'll be that. But
or you wear your knees out like me. Yeah, I couldn't return these ones that I bought, so I had to just sell them off for cheap. Damn. Luckily, I'm known as the guy who has too much gear. So in my group chat, I'll just be like, "Who wants these shoes? They're this size. Give me $20." And then that's happened 5 times. So
damn. You're losing out on profit, man. You could put down $40.
Yeah. That's how you build relationships, though.
That's right. Yeah. So what have you gotten from selling those cheap shoes to those people? Have you gotten any good favors in return?
I get invites to all the pickleball games.
Oh, okay. That's right. We have to do that because we suck.
Yeah. But then they feel bad for not inviting me because they're like, but he gave me these shoes, He's really bad. They tell their other people, he's bad, but just play with him.
Yeah.
Nah.
You get the pity invite. That's good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah. So anyway, ordered another pair of Asics. All their freaking colorways are just like dad shoes, but I guess I'm just gonna have to do it for my arches. Wear the dad shoes for my arches.
Tennis and pickleball have ugly shoes. I mean, like, dude, soccer cleats, amazing. They look very sleek, very cool, very innovative. Football cleats, meh. Basketball shoes look awesome. There's some that look terrible. There's some that look horrible, but yeah.
All over the board and basketball, so you can find what you like. But yeah, tennis shoes just look like
terrible.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah. It's like golf too. I mean, golf has horrible shoes. I mean, they're just now starting to incorporate, New Balance, what are they, 770s or whatever those real popular.
Yeah.
They're starting to implement different types of shoes. So yeah, totally off topic here. We went down the shoe game, bro. But yeah, my favorites still are the New Balance CT Rally. I think they're called CT Rally X Foam or something like that. But you didn't like them as much. Fresh foam, yeah. You didn't like them as much as the Asics.
Those are good shoes. They just don't fit my foot very well.
Yeah.
Which, I have a pair of those. Literally, I've worn them like 5 times, and they're just in the back seat of my car. So, if anybody wants them, size 10.
Yeah. I really like those Lacoste shoes that we tried on at Tennis Express.
Me too. I've been keeping an eye on them. If they ever go on sale, I'll probably order a pair, but they're just $170 and never on sale. So
yeah, too rich for my blood. Well, I forgot to mention the worst part of the tournament was in the 5th series, or sorry, the 6th series, the last series, in the 3 or 4 points into the first game. I broke my camera, dude. It just fell and smashed the screen. So I was very disappointed. Even jacked my lens up. Yeah. So it was a rough day. I was feeling pretty sad. Underperforming and breaking my most used camera. So if today looks a little different, sorry. I'm going to get this guy fixed. We'll be good to go. It should be very similar, but I think it will be just a little bit different in terms of looks today.
What kind of tripod was it going? Give the bad review.
God, it wasn't really the tripod. I realized that I put the tripod too close to this wind net / ball
I can see what's gonna
stopper,
happen.
And it pushed into it and then knocked it over.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Fucking sucks, dude. I was so disappointed. But shit happens, dude. It's no big deal. You can't treat your cameras like babies. Otherwise, you won't get what you need. But yeah, we're good, though. Everything's fine. So we're going to get on to our, like I said, our new series, new week. Fake out, guys. Same main. We're still...
this was our segment.
We're still on the Paddletek, baby. We are not leaving. This is our new main.
Actually? Wow.
This is it, bro. This is the one. This is the paddle. This is... I'm not going to say too much because the review's coming out this week. And I'll save a bunch of my thoughts for there. But this paddle is badass. I said that probably, word for word last podcast 3 times. Yeah. But this paddle kicks ass. It really does. I even gave it to Gino, the subscriber who was also in the tournament. He played a game or two. He played 2 games with it. And he was like, this paddle's awesome. I like it a lot. I was like, yeah, it kicks ass. He was using the Hirachi X Control Plus, which is the elongated fiberglass, so similar construction-ish, apart from the Gen 2 thermoforming. So he kind of had a general idea of how it's going to feel in terms of just force that's coming off the ball. But he was very pleased with the kind of feel of the pocketing of the ball. So this Paddletek ESQ-C, man, I love this paddle. This one's going to be up there, guys. This is going to be a very, very, very popular paddle. I have not come across a single person who has had a negative thing to say about this paddle. So hopefully
Pressure's
you should
on
have
for me to hate it now.
some. Yeah, pressure's on for you to be yourself, a hater, and give it, it's not for me, Lewis. Just kidding. But yeah, man, I love that paddle. I was very comfortable with it, even in the windy conditions. There was never a time where I felt like, oh shit, that was like I couldn't control that, or that came off way hotter than I thought it was going to come. The only time I ever like really am like, oh dang, I gotta dial it in just a little bit is on returns. Like every now and then I'll hit a return long just because I'm not getting over it enough.
I hate that. I already hate the paddle. That's like one thing I hate about paddles, when you can't swing on returns.
No, you can. You just have to. You just have to get over the ball. You can't loft it up. You gotta like be more aggressive with your spin on your returns.
How is the handle? Because it's listed as 4.5 inches. Come on. I mean, is it just because it's a Gen 1? Is it like how Gen 1 handles are really thick and blocky?
All right, let's see. We got the J2 Ti right next to it. It is virtually the same, maybe just a little thicker.
It does look more square, to be honest.
It's definitely it's significantly more square. This bevel is wider than the traditional bevels on. Yeah. You are a handle snob. Like God. I haven't met a bigger handle snob than you. You probably won't like this handle.
It's the only part of the paddle that you interface with. It's the only part that you touch, the whole time you're playing. So it better be good.
But I mean, you could.
And yes, that's a message too. That's a
baby
free. That's a free Pickleball Etc. consulting message to every brand out there. Fix your fucking handles. God.
Jesus.
Okay. Go on.
We both said the F-bomb this
you're allowed to drop it once, remember, and then it's still
sorry guys,
something like that on another rules.
We do not have this is not the most kid friendly podcast, but I think everybody's fine with that. Yeah, to get back to you, the handle is perfectly fine, dude. If you're just not a little baby about it, it's good. Like, just quit whining. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But if you want to whine about it like you always do, then go right ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
Yeah, it's kick-ass paddle. New week, same main, baby. Come at me. Am I too trash for a power paddle? No, I'm not.
No. Hey, I've had this thought recently. I told you I played with one paddle for 10 hours in 4 days, right? And I realized, oh man, the more I play with it, the more I like it. And then I thought, shit, is that the paddle or is that me? Because I never do that, play with one paddle for a long period of time. And then I thought, would I feel that way about any paddle that is good enough? If I just dedicated the time to it and just stuck with it, would I start to like really dial it in and feel really good about it? So I'm posing that question to you. Have you played with anything but the ESQ-C recently?
Yeah, I played a game with the Flow Swift.
Okay.
And the Flow Prime X. Both of which I did not like as much as this in terms of feel.
One game. Oh, okay.
This, now, don't get me wrong. Titanium feels unbelievably good. But this, the feel of the ball like squishing down into the face that was like what I mean, if you remember, that's what I liked most about the Bantam TKO CX. I was like, I love the squishy feel of it. I love the dwell. It's awesome. It's just too heavy and that one was a little bit too powerful. This one's, for whatever reason, a little bit more easy to control comparatively, but I have not played with the 12.7. I plan on playing with that extensively over the next couple days for the review. So I'm sure that one is going to be above, my threshold for controllability. So the question is, the answer that I would say is, yeah, probably. I would really, anything that's good enough, if I played with it long enough, it's perfectly fine. However, with that being said, I've played with a lot of paddles trying to find my main, and there has always been one or two hang-ups. I'm like, I don't know.
True.
So
I know what you mean.
I don't know. I say
Just
that.
a question I was thinking
but-
about. So on that vein, what else are you going to be playing with upcoming? Or like, what's your? You always have a stack of paddles. Let's hear them.
All right. Obviously, we got the Neonics, Flow Swift and Prime X. These are gorgeous paddles, by the way. I hated the gradient on the Yolas, but for whatever reason, this looks sleek and good. Neonic makes really good looking paddles and just solid stuff. So always impressed with them. We have, sorry for bumping the mic, guys, the Hirachi X Alpha 1. We can show this, right?
Oh, yeah, we can show it.
Yeah, okay. I had a little small panic attack right there. Have you hit this yet?
Nope.
All right. Do you know
but
anything
we will talk
about
it? Yes. I'm not sure what I can share. So
yeah, I'm not sure what we can
so
share.
I'm not going to share anything. But let's just say this is going to get some time next week on the pod. We'll talk about it, right? Because I assume that you and I will both hit it a little bit this week. Yeah. But for now, just this will be like our teaser upcoming. Hey, and I kind of want to talk about these flows. Should I talk about them now, or should I wait till after you have your whole list?
Let's I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm still waiting on the ripples to be like a clear, definitive date on release. I just need to ask Dong what that date is, and then kind of establish my final thoughts in the review. But I mean, it's going to be, those paddles are just a good gearbox. That's really,
Yeah, and a standard shape, which is even better.
Yeah.
If you want the R2. Yeah.
If you want a gearbox that doesn't suck, the ripples are the one to get, in my personal opinion. But what else? Do I have anything else? No, that's it. I'm thinking about giving a little more shine to the X5 and X4 Gold Kevlar paddles. I think those are both very, very, very good paddles, and they feel like ultra premium. I just think those are two paddles that are going to fly under the radar that deserve a lot more recognition, especially that X5. That shape is virtually perfect, apart from just being slightly heavier than what I would like it to be. I still think mine came at what, 114, and yours was 115.
Mine was 116.5.
116. Yeah, so
which is
that's
high
a little
for standard shape.
Yeah, that's the J3K range. I think J3K was 117 if I remember correctly, but 114 I feel like is like a really good, like that's like the cutoff number for like a real quick good paddle, especially in the standard shape. So I think that paddle is really, really solid. Feels good, spins well, easy to play with. And then the X4 is just a very good, like slightly aggressive all-court paddle. So might give some more shine to those. But
I was thinking
meantime,
the same thing, because I have both of them in my bag. And I don't carry I probably carry maybe, I was about to say I don't carry a ton of paddles, but relative.
Probably like 12,
I carry
13.
6 to 8 paddles, Yeah.
And
it's different what they are, and it's what I might want to play with. And the body helixes have been in my bag now for a while, and I keep not grabbing them for no good reason. But the reason that they're in there is because I want to give more time to them. And specifically about the X4, it's in the same conversation with that Valor Pro that we talked about last week and the Thrive Azul.
Yes.
But with it feels more premium. I mean, with that grip and the handle, see, a nice handle with a nice grip.
Swab. Yeah. We should have a new segment, Pickleball Etc. approved, where
just a handle.
You're just really a stickler about the handles, and we have a stamp for it. Etc. approved.
Yeah, we'll see. if there are any paddles that come out with amazing handles, I will point it out. It's one of the things that I'm not going to overlook. So but hey, I kind of want to talk about the flows.
Yeah, get it. Let's
Flow
go.
Prime X This one is set to be released by the end of October. I think October 30th. And I'm pretty sure that the Flare Prime X, which is the standard shape 14 millimeter version of this kind of same paddle, same line, is also set to be released at the same time, which I'm really excited about that one because you and I got the Flare Prime, not the Prime X, and the Flare Prime is less poppy. So the Prime X is supposed to be more powerful, more poppy. So I've I played quite a bit with this one, and I'm not sure if I talked about this over the past few weeks, but a paddle that I've been kind of sneakily pulling out of the bag whenever I want to play well is the J2H. And it's not even new. It's not even that exciting, but I've just been really loving the J2H. And this paddle is quite similar, actually. It has fiberglass in the layup. So it has good pop and power, especially whenever you can really hit one. It has kind of that springy feel of fiberglass. But since it's a 16 millimeter, and this is a hybrid shape, mine came in pretty low. Actually, it was like 112.4 on the swing weight. So it's very fast.
Really, really good number, man.
Really fast for a hybrid. Of course, with it being a little bit lighter.
Did you measure your J2H?
Yeah, it was 114.
Yeah, I remember it was light as well.
Yeah, it was like 7.9 ounces, 114 swing weight, 6.5 on the twist weight. So this was pretty similar. This one was, I think, like 6.4, 6.5 on the twist weight. As you see, I have some tape on it. But now, even with this setup, it's at 114 swing weight and 7 twist weight. So it's just that's kind of like my perfect numbers. Of course, this is set up for me.
Right.
But yeah, I really am, as you are, and a lot of people, I'm really enjoying these kind of fiberglass layups. This thing, as a 16 millimeter, has kind of a soft, springy feel. So the drops and the soft stuff's easy. But if you can get a hold of one, especially a high ball, it fires off of there. So it's this is not quite Olympus level of power, and definitely not Gen 3 level of power, not even probably Paddletek, definitely not TKO, but a step below that. So think the Hirachi that you talked about earlier, the Hirachi X Control Plus, the one with carbon fiber, the J2H. So still more powerful than traditional carbon fiber paddles, but I would say, all court towards the top of all court, leaning towards power.
Yeah.
But that's actually good for me because if you remember, I talked about the Olympus, and it's too much power for me to play well with. So this step right down in it, give me a little bit more control, and a little less power is perfect for me. So I really like this paddle. I'm going to be playing a lot more with it. In fact, we'll probably talk about this in the pod, but I'm going to do my own sort of mega comparison of a lot of paddles with fiberglass in the layup. And this is going to be kind of my focus for the next week. I don't have a Titan ball machine, but I do have a wife, so I'm going to make her come out there and feed me balls, And so this, the Paddleteks, the Olympus, this Hirachi Alpha also has fiberglass in the layup. I feel like I'm forgetting a few, but there's 8 paddles that I have that I'm going to group all together and
Monarch
do some
court.
Yes, yeah. And I'm going to do some specific drilling and comparing with these kind of newer fiberglass paddles and try to find where they all slot in, what are the strengths and weaknesses. So really excited about this. I just freaking love this shape. This is a hybrid shape with a long handle. So good.
Is that going to be a Pickleball, etc. video?
No. No. This is just basically for me, and we'll talk about it on the podcast.
Damn. I was getting excited, man.
Dude, not yet. I'm still working on the.
Get a new video.
I'm still working on the set. Okay, I got plenty of idea videos, but I got to get some stuff in mind.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Okay,
so forever.
Next flow, the flow switch.
I forgot.
What?
How gritty this paddle is.
Oh God, yeah. So with that being said, this is still in development, so it's not USAP approved. I kind of suspect that this may not be approved at this grit level. Yeah. Mine's worn down. So here's the paddle that I've played 10 hours with in the last 4 days. That I just kept loving it more and more and more and more and more, and just surprised me, by the way, because whenever I knew these flows were coming, I expected to be a fanboy of the Prime X with the fiberglass, and then here I am with this one. So a couple things. This is still in development. There still may be some minor changes before the production version comes out, but if there are changes, they'll be minor. This is probably going to be essentially the production version. However, the production version will have the gradient edge guard. So
purple to white.
White in the bottom, purple at the top. So same as this, but purple instead of blue.
Isn't that weird how like the YOLOs just look, in my opinion, terrible, but that blue to white looks real solid. I don't know what it is.
I've seen photos of this, the white to purple. They have some. They look really good.
Yeah.
And with the YOLOs, I don't know, maybe I kind of like the 3S better with the black in the middle, where it's color to black instead of color to gray. That's what looked bad about it. The initial ones were color to gray.
Looked horrible.
But anyway. So the production one of this will have the white to purple, which looks so nice with a white grip. It looks super clean. And then of course this is purple titanium. And mine's pretty gritty, just like yours, but of course I played 10 hours with it, so it's worn down quite a bit, as all paddles do. Even with that being said, this has got to be like top 2 spinniest paddle I've ever played with. The spin on this paddle is bonkers. Like, it's elite levels. It's
Wait
so
till
good.
you try that ESQ-C, dog.
Really?
It's pretty ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the spinniest paddle I've ever tried was that Ripple. That was just, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That's
well,
like, that
I mean,
doesn't
the Hush,
feel
obviously.
legal. Okay, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So let's just say
Yeah.
legal paddle.
The Ripple's
yeah, definitely Hush,
crazy.
Ripple, in that order.
Yeah.
But so this is, I only hit your J2 Ti for like 5 minutes, right? But the feel off the face of this and a J2 Ti is very similar, which is to say amazing. They both feel amazing on ball contact. The control is like top level, because the feel is so smooth, it's so consistent. Resets, dinks, drops, all that stuff, incredibly easy. It's just like really intuitive. And the fact that it gets so much spin means that you can actually, everything's pretty safe. You can really swing through, which I've talked about plenty of times about. That's something in a paddle that makes me feel confident. So I would say that the pop level is kind of low, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just what comes along with a soft plush face. However, the power is not low. It's average. The power is good. Like, because the spin was so good, I was ripping some of the hardest drives I've ever hit with this thing, just because you can really blast through the ball. And my normal play partners were like, what is going on? What?
Yeah, your drives when we were practicing for MILP were like, I was like, who the hell is this guy hitting these monster drives that are just dipping right at my knees?
That was with the Monarch All Court, and I'm telling you, they're better with this paddle.
Damn, I like that. That's my partner.
Look, it has the USA stamp on it. I might have to play this in the tournament, even if it's not approved, just because it's that good.
Let's go for it. I won't tell anybody.
More news to come about this. No release date. This is still in development. But I asked if I could talk about it just because I like it so much. And Vin and Brandon Neonic, they told me okay. So I just wanted to fangirl about it a little bit. Also, I probably said this before, but purple's my favorite color. So we'll just if it's new week, new main, this is it. But of course, I'm not going to stick with it.
New week, new main, baby. New week, new main. It goes on. All right.
I have other stuff to test though, so I can't stick with that forever. But I won't be surprised if I go back to it for sure. Or if I get invited to a higher level game and I'm not going to be testing paddles, that's probably what I'm grabbing.
Yeah.
So
there is some purple paddles that I'm about to do some content for, but I'm not sure how much I can say about that.
You can't say it yet. Yeah, you can't say it yet.
Yeah, we got some purple stuff coming out. So
those, I mean,
be on the lookout.
Those look interesting also.
Yeah. So all right, man. New week, new main for you. That's great to hear.
Yeah. It'll
new
be
week,
definitely a different
same
one next
main
week.
for me. You're still too trash for a power paddle. I'm not
apparently.
Anymore.
Yeah. I've been playing great with that thing, and it's I would call it. It's not a control paddle. It's like an all court paddle for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like a Lux or anything like that. It's got definitely more juice than that.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's move on to another segment, man. We had a good segment the other week. Cool or not cool. You thought of this one. This is a really good one. Pickleball Pet Peeves. So What are your biggest pet peeves in pickleball? I'll let you go first. Man.
I'm going to sound like such a dick for saying this one. I already knew it going in, but I can't stand whenever people, specifically partners in rec play, are constantly giving like generic encouragement, like between every point. You know what I mean?
You're doing a good job, man. You're doing great.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, that next one to go over. Oh, that looked great. You know. Oh, one more point. I'm like, shut the hell up. Like, yeah. This I feel so bad saying this, especially because if people watch this and then play with me, they're gonna feel like they can't talk.
Yeah.
I'm just the type of person. It's like if you have some strategy to say, I'm so happy to talk about it. Let's talk about anything with meaning. But don't just be like, oh, good job. Yeah, you got the middle. Just like, the middle solves the riddle. Just shut up. Don't say any basic stuff.
Middle solves the riddle.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Like,
yeah.
Listen, I know. I'm very self-aware. I understand how rude I sound right now. And I know that's kind of like the charm of pickleball and rec play. And it's not like... I
got a hater.
Not like I don't like people being nice, but generic encouragement, it's not doing nothing for anyone.
It does everything for me. It gets me hyped up. I feel good.
Really?
I love when people are like, nice shot. Good job. We're doing great. It's okay.
Well,
it's okay.
Okay. Nice shot.
You only suck a little bit. It's not a big deal.
Nice shot is not like a generic encouragement because that's a response, a legitimate response to a real thing that happened. But whenever I just hear these like robotic phrases that people are just saying over and over again, I get it, by the way. I get that they're saying it for themselves. It's a way for like a mantra to stay focused. Then just say it to yourself. Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm not like a big paddle tapper. I play rec play sometimes at other places and I turn around and people are like reaching out their paddle and they're like, oh, and I'm like, oh, crap.
This is what Justin does. He wipes his nose and then smacks your paddle away. That's what he does every time. Every single time.
I wipe my nose?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm putting my mustache out of my mouth.
Yeah, you just do like a little, and then you just smack my paddle every time. I
started doing this as a joke, by the way, a long time ago, and it's just stuck. Whenever I play with people, anytime they put their paddle out, I hit it with my hand. And anytime they put their hand out, I hit it with my paddle because it's just funny. It's just like, those are the type of things that I find funny in life whenever people are meeting and like they go in and one person goes to pound it and they're like, So since I think that's funny every time now, you know, people who know me know this, but when people put their paddle out, I just slap their paddle with my hand, or people put their hand out, I slap it with my paddle. So I just like refuse to do it the way. Yeah. But that's just, see, here I am. Maybe I'm someone else's pet peeve because I'm just having fun for myself. Anyway, okay, all right. I feel like I'm going to get attacked.
Way to become self-aware.
But that's it, dude. I don't know. But it's not just pickleball. I don't like small talk in real life either. You know?
Yeah.
I would just want to walk away whenever people are just saying nothing. I'm like, why waste everyone's time and breath? But anyway, okay. So, all right.
How about that weather, man?
Oh my God. What's your pet peeve? Can you say something worse than mine so I can feel better?
Mine are not too bad. I hate whenever people like take open play super seriously. That's like probably a big pet peeve of mine. Like whenever they get like pissed off and stuff. Like one time,
don't get angry.
Man,
yeah.
One time I called a ball that was clearly out. And like this one guy got all pissed off and he was like, oh, y'all totally changed the game, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, this is open play. Like, I'll give you the call back if you want it. Like, I don't care that much. Like, you can have the call back. That always gets me pretty good. Some people, it's like, they take it so serious. And then, like, the serial lobbers, that's probably...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, come on, man. Like,
I actually am, like, here for...
It's a good strategy.
A strategic lob. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to incorporate it more into my game, but there have been a few times I've played against people, we've gone ahead, and they've intentionally started lobbing because they know we're into the sun. Yeah. I'm like, man, dude, this is rec play.
Yeah, bro, come on.
Why are you going to, like, lob me into the sun repeatedly whenever you know it's just rec play, you know? I will just, when people, at this last game this happened, it was like the fourth lob. They lobbed it up into the sun. I didn't even look up at the ball. I just stopped and looked at them and then let it bounce and then walked over to it and hit it. Didn't hit an overhead. I was like, dude, seriously? But
well, it gets to the point where I just literally, yeah, for sure. I think it's everybody's pet peeve except for people who do that. Sometimes it gets to the point where I literally just hit the highest lobs back to them. Just like, you gonna lob me? I'm gonna lob it right back. We'll see who messes up first.
That's funny. Might have to do that.
Yeah.
I guess I really only care when it's intentionally into the sun or like bad lights or something.
No, you just reminded me. Real pickleball. I want to play real pickleball. I don't want to be. Yeah. I don't want to be smashing overheads 4 times in a point because y'all can't hit a drop or a drive that's effective and have a easier, shot to get up the kitchen line. Just like, let's play real pickleball.
Yeah. You reminded me of another one, though, when you said people taking open play too seriously. This is a big pet peeve of mine, but I can't help but laugh. When people scream like your opponents and they're like, come on. Yes. And especially if they scream and look at you, I cannot help but laugh. I'm like, are you serious? Like, so I don't even know if that's a pet peeve, but it's just weird. It just like makes me not want to, even in tournaments, it's kind of strange to me. It's just like a weird flex to hit an okay pickleball shot and then scream, come on, at someone, it's like.
Yeah. I can get it if it's like somebody and you're just trying to have fun and be goofy,
We're talking about the serious ones.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you need to chill. Like
this segment was a bad idea.
Yeah,
the segment was my idea, and I'm feeling a lot of regret.
We suck, not only at pickleball, but as being good people.
God, let's go to the next thing. What's next? Oh my God.
Reasons why Justin is the worst co-host in all of pickleball. Just kidding. So, all right. Pet peeves are done, guys. What are y'all's pet peeves? Let us know in the comment section below. I think it's interesting to hear what annoys other people, and it'll just help us all be more self-aware people. We're all going to be
It's a good idea.
Walking on eggshells.
Definitely comment them because reading other people's will make me feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we being too harsh? I'm not being too harsh. Mine are pretty normal. Yours are. Jesus. Anyway, so all right, real quick, we're gonna do a very quick segment. We're gonna recommend the best paddle that we think would be good for a specific rating. So we'll go 2.5, 3.0, 3.5, 4.0, 4.5, 5.0. So let's start with 2.5. What would be like the number one paddle that you would recommend?
You and your friend should just go halvesies on the Friday bundle. Just the 2 for 100, the Friday paddles. You're a 2.5 player, you're just getting into it. They have different colors, and that paddle is more than good enough. It's actually pretty good. And that's a very good deal. And like I said, then you have matching paddles with your friend, or you get to choose your own colors. That's it. And I give that recommendation. I legitimately give that recommendation to... I just gave it yesterday to somebody asking me, hey, I've got some friends who are just getting into it. What should they get? And I was like, don't go to Dick's Sporting Goods. Don't do that.
No.
And even Amazon, while there are some great options, I didn't feel like looking up the AI designed, niche option on Amazon. It's so much easier to just tell them, go to Friday Pickleball and order this 2 for 100 set.
Yeah, the names on Amazon are so just bonkers. They're unbelievable. Should I show
the AI designed one that I have?
They don't even have. Yeah. Let's see it.
Oh my God! Hang on.
Yeah. How much was this paddle? This is going to. Wait. Don't tell them how much it was first. Tell them the specs of it, and then we'll talk about the price.
Okay. So this is a 16 millimeter elongated thermoformed paddle. I'll show it to you. It has a 3K carbon fiber face, and it is just basically a Gen 2 paddle that plays great. Doesn't even have a crappy handle.
What did it come with?
Oh yeah, it came in a box with a nice cover that has a little clip on it, and a paddle and an eraser. And then here it is. Okay. First, I'll tell you the price. Oh yeah, perfectly serviceable. Looks fine. Plays great.
How's the grit?
Normal, like Just typical, not crazy, but not smooth at all.
Yeah.
Plays exactly as you'd expect, which is pretty good, to be honest. $30. $30 on Amazon.
Yeah.
But
That's
I was telling
crazy.
Lewis, I was like, I'm pretty sure every single bit of this was designed by AI, or people don't speak English, because like, look at this. See if you can see the name PBV Merge. And I'm not recommending you go out and buy this. I don't know if I want to like give them, business. PBV Merge. PBV Merge. So anyway, that's this paddle. See, like, these are the type of things. This is the type of paddle that to a brand new player, you would say, dude, just get this. This is going to be more than good enough to get you a long way. But I don't always want to do, a bunch of Amazon research to find the ones that are decent to then recommend. Not only that, a lot of times with these like cheapy paddles on Amazon, it's kind of a crapshoot because you don't always get exactly what's pictured. Like, this was just all AI generated images, but I just took a shot on it because it was like, I'll return it if it's not what it's supposed to be, but it was. So yeah, crazy. So all that said,
it actually was
that's why
thermoformed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You checked the seam and everything.
I checked. Yep.
Dang.
Yep. Yeah, it's exactly
How's
as
the
advertised.
handle?
It's fine. It's not amazing, but it's not bad at all. It's like typical.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that said, that's why I would just say, just go to the Friday ones. Look, that's a pickleball company. They're doing stuff for pickleball in the pickleball space. So that's why I would recommend that, even though they're $50 over $30. And if you're, like I said, if you're just starting, you get to choose your color. So
I would agree wholeheartedly. It's always better to go for a actual brand than, just like a knockoff or, one-time brand that you're seeing on Amazon or something like that. But I would say the Friday 2 for 100 paddles, I did look it up. They're $69 a piece. So
if you don't get the
not
deal.
a bad, not a bad price, but I think there are better options. There's a Hisk Rav Pro, which I think is $59. And then there's the
that's
Kiwi
solid.
Labs. Yeah. The Kiwi.
That's where I was going to go for the 3.0s, by the way.
0 start. Said. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I have a different thought on that. But Hisk or the Kiwi 0 start. Both are like under $60. So check those out, man. 2
so
fivers.
What were you going to say for 3.0s?
For 3.0, you said you were going to do Hisk and the Kiwi Labs.
The Kiwi Labs is the first one that came to my mind, but the Hisk is in the same category.
Yeah, for 3.0, I would say probably the Jelly Bean from 11.624. I think that's just a really good paddle, especially for the price. And then the J2 from Honolulu Pickleball Company, if they still are doing the super sale, which is $100, and if you use my code, it's $95. I think that is a stupid good paddle for the price. And then there's one more I was thinking of. I mean, I would say, honestly, if you're a 3.0 player and you're playing multiple times a week, like the J2 TI is a excellent paddle to have and then work your way up with. So 3
as we
solid
get
options.
higher in these rankings, obviously, I feel like there's more options because there's now preference becomes involved.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we got 3.0 down. What about 3.5?
So I guess I'm just like we have similar answers because for 3.5, I was going to say you should look at the Vatic Prism line and the 11.624 like Jelly Bean because those are around the same price. They're all Gen 1.5. They're going to really help you improve on your fundamentals. And maybe now at this point when you're 3.5 is when you start developing your preference for your style of paddle. So now you have, you want a standard or wide body? Get the Monarch Jelly Bean. Oh, you want a hybrid? Get the Prism Flash. You want an elongated? Get the V7. You get it. So I think now at 3.5, you're starting to identify your preferences and your game. And all 3 of those are super affordable and very high performance. And honestly, you could play all the way clearly to the pro level with that because like Augiga plays with a Prism V7. He's a pro. So, and like a good pro.
Augiga slaps the ball. So there is a huge caveat. He is
I get it. I'm just saying
high level athlete. That's
those
something
paddles
that
are not
people
going to
never
hold back a 3.5 is all I'm getting at.
People never seem to say that. in combination with like, oh, Agiga, he's a Prism. It's like, yeah, Agiga also is like an exceptional athlete. Like he's a very good athlete. Not to take away what you're saying in the validity of it, but don't think that just because Agiga uses that paddle that anyone is going to be perfectly fine with it. But anyway, anyone probably will be perfectly fine with it.
It's not going to hold you back for a long time. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. So 3.5. This is where I differ from you just a little bit, because now you're starting in 3.5. You're starting to learn really the patterns of pickleball and the shot selection of pickleball. You're not just hitting the ball and kind of seeing who messes up first. You're actually thinking about where you're placing it. You may not be able to do that, consistently, but you are thinking about, okay, I'm going to drop my thirds, or I'm going to hit a drive and then come in for a nice easy drop on my fifth. Like, you're thinking about these things a little bit. They may not be, something that's completely ingrained into your habits, but I would say this is where you can start looking for a paddle that's Gen 2 thermoformed. The Jelly Bean and the Prism lines are both Gen 1.5, which means they're not quite as powerful. But I don't think that Gen 2 is anything that is uncontrollable. In fact, I think Gen 2 is perfectly capable, and there's a ton of different ranges of Gen 2 paddles. So these are people who I think are starting to get more serious into pickleball, and I think they have the ability to grow into a paddle now, finally. And that would, I think Gen 2 is the best, best construction overall. So with that being said, I would say something like the J2K, J2TI. Obviously, that's going to be my number one recommendation, because I think that's the current best all-around paddle on the market. And then I would say you can look at the Monarch All Court is a really good paddle. The X5 is an awesome paddle as well for a really good price.
Body Helix.
And then if you're like,
the
Body Helix X5. Yeah, excuse me. And then if you're like a really big elongated fan, I would say, Neonic Force is really good for $99. And then I don't play with a ton of elongated. Oh yeah, the
Phil for the
Hirachi
Shogun. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hirachi Control Kevlar. That was a really solid elongated shape paddle, and for a good price. So 3.5. What you got, man? You dropped the Jelly Bean and Prism line, right?
Yeah, and I just realized why you said all that. It's because you're a 3.5. And you wanted to give yourself a little bit of credit and say, hey, I can have all these options. I can play with a more powerful paddle just fine. I'm starting to think about my own strategy. Now I get it. Okay. All right, let's move to 4.0. Now anything from here on out is just Lewis speculating, because he doesn't know what it's like to play at these levels.
Justin, who won the series in the MILP practice? Did you win any?
My knee was hurting.
All right, 4.0. What you got, dude? What you got,
I feel like at 4.0 you can just say one thing. Like, here's where your options open up. Here's where you need to define your preferences. You can say probably what you shouldn't play with, like gearbox.
Yeah.
Maybe even honestly. Like any of the Gen 3s, don't go for like an insanely powerful paddle, I don't think. But I don't know. It's really hard to say, man. Identify your preferences. Hopefully you've done that on your way up, leveling up. And then, kind of find your niche within that. So this is where it gets muddy. I don't know what to say for 4.0 and really even beyond. You have a good answer?
Yeah, I mean, I would say this is the time where you can go with anything that is not Gen 3. I would say that 4.0, you're probably not ready for, that ability of precision. Or that, not ability, but, that need for precision. Because Gen 3s require so much focus and precision, because they are very challenging to play with. So I would say really, this is when you can purchase any paddle you want, pretty much, apart from, I would say, the Yola Gen 3, the Yola 3S's, and the Ripple / Gearboxes. Anything's really on the table for you, but I mean, still, J2K is a very high recommendation for that. I would say you can start implementing or messing around with more powerful paddles like the Paddletek Bantam series, or even the Engage series. I haven't played with them, or haven't extensively played with them, but I know that they're very solid paddles. So don't be afraid to try a little bit more power, but also know that it's not going to be something that's going to help your game for sure.
Way to steal my answer.
What you got, man? That was it? You were going to say that? Yeah. All right, well, let's move on to 4-5.
I think 4-5 plus.
Go ahead. After you.
I was just going to say 4-5 plus.
All right, 4-5 plus. We'll 4-5 plus it.
4-5 plus is like dealer's choice, right?
Yeah, you can pick whatever the heck you want.
Yeah. I just say the only thing to look out for at this level is this kind of a trap with paddles that we've all fallen into. Is if you're 4-5 plus, you're probably trying to get better, focusing on get better. And the trap that's easy to fall into is playing with a paddle that's fun, but maybe not your best performer. And if you don't film your games or critically look at it, you may never know. But a lot of times, the paddle that feels the most fun to play with is the one that you hit the most winners with. But sometimes the one you hit the most winners with is the one you hit the most errors with also. So that would be my advice for 4-5 plus people who are trying to take it to the next level, is to analyze your play with different styles of paddle. We won't say a specific paddle. What style of paddle eliminates the most errors, and what style of paddle opens up the most opportunities? Not even call them like winners outright, but opens up the most opportunities for you to play to your strengths. And that would be different. And I wouldn't know that for myself if I hadn't looked at film and ran the stats with Pickleball Vision and what was the other one? Picklemart.
Yeah.
That has really cool stats, but you have to either log them yourself or pay for them. But
damn, I've been messing with that PV Vision with the tournament gameplay. It's been not necessarily eye-opening, but it's been nice to see what.
Yeah,
bro. There was one game where I hit the ball 36 times total.
That's it.
That was it. It was crazy. Everybody else had over 65 hits.
I showed you. I did some stats on one of my duper matches, and it was a 3-game match, and my partner hit 57 thirds, and I hit 5.
57 thirds,
and I hit 5 because the other team, it was that hard of a focus.
Oh yeah, you did show me that. Yeah, that was for a cumulative night, right?
For 3 games.
Yeah. That is crazy.
57 to 5 on the thirds. I guess I would take it as a compliment that they didn't want me hitting the thirds.
Dangerous,
but
man.
I wouldn't say that, but
no.
I just
I
was
wouldn't
like,
either.
man. I even called them out on it afterwards. I did the I did the stats and sent it to the people I played against. I'm like, what the hell? 5 returns
5
you hit to me?
thirds? Yeah, what's up with that, dude? Yeah. So. All right, real quick. 4-5 to 5-0 plus, or 4-5 plus. I would say you could use anything, but you also need to realize that, like Justin said, just because you can use anything does not mean you should absolutely use a Gen 3 paddle. That's, it's just a cold hard fact. It's not always going to be best for every player. So you are good enough to use it, but that does not mean it's the best paddle for you. All right. We're an hour in, man.
We're not going to Nerd Town this week.
Yeah, we've made it. We've made it to the end of this podcast. We were going to have a very uneventful Nerd Town topic. But I think we'll save that for next week. Your Nerd Town topics are always boring. Nobody likes that. No one comes for your Nerd Town.
Yeah. We were going to go to Nerd Town, but now we're not. Blame Lewis.
Yeah, it's blame me. But next week, we also want to do a Q&A. So if you have any questions that you would like, it's been a while since we've done a Q&A.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions that you've asked us and we have not answered in the past few episodes, please do so in the comment section below. It might be a little tricky for me next week. So
next week might be episode 20 if we know how to count. If
could
so,
potentially, yeah. I'm
that'd be
pretty
cool.
sure it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, next week's episode 20. So I may be in Disneyland or Disney World.
Wow.
Yeah. So
fancy. I guess I'll come.
We'll see, man. Maybe we'll film on. Yeah, you come on, man. Come on down, dude. It'll be fun. All right, guys. Well, look, this is the Pickleball Pursuit podcast. I'm your host, Lewis, who is not too trash for a power paddle, apparently. This is my co-host, Justin, who is too trash for a power paddle with
right.
pickleball, etc. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and until the next one, leave us some comments down in the section below. Leave us some comments in the comment section down below. We'll see you. Peace out, nerds.